Hello everyone, welcome back. It's been a good while. It's been a good while since you've seen me on here, but yeah, I'm coming back, and I thought this evening I take you along on a little walk with my sheep. I take them out 2 times a day, in the morning and the evening, to let them graze, and yeah, I'm out now for about an hour and about 2 hours. But maybe you see them running through the screen just a few minutes ago. I need to hurry up and catch up with them, so let's just go down first, and then we chat a bit more. Anyway, I hope you all have been doing good. I know it's been a while since you heard from me on this channel on YouTube. Yeah, just life, you know, a lot of things happening, and wasn't always easy to be thinking about making videos. So yeah, but I will explain a bit more later on. Let's just first catch up with the sheep. They're over here. I know where they're going, so I'm not too worried. But yeah, lovely to see you all here. There's already quite a few of you online. Some familiar names I see here, like Katerina and Jackie. Nice to see you guys here. I hope you guys are doing good. So yeah, we caught up with the sheep. Yeah, I come down. This is a dried out riverbed down here, and I come down here every day. I walk along or in the riverbed for about 1 kilometer or 2 with the sheep, and then I head back, and it takes me about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours sometimes. But as you can see, like most places now in Europe apparently, but it's more normal here, it's very, very dry. What they eat most at the moment is actually leaves from the tree that are dropping. It's full of leaves. So yeah, at least down here by the riverbed they still get some nutrition. So yeah, that's good. Dried out river. Seems like dried out rivers have been dominating the news lately here in Europe. But this is a seasonal river, so it happens every year. Yeah. Still quite warm here. I don't know how it is where you guys are, but there's still a few more days that they're talking about close to 40 degrees, and then it should cool down, and I'm really looking forward to the weather cooling down, to be honest. It's been a long hot summer, and yeah, I love living in Portugal, but the summertime is really not my favorite time. It's just too hot. Can't do much during the day, just need to hide from the heat. At least I have to do that. Some people are able to cope with it, but I don't really. So that's also why I go quite late in the evenings with my sheep. For them it's also too hot. They're just chilling under the tree the whole day, and yeah, like this, when it's a bit cooler I go out with them, and then they can fill their stomachs. Hello Martin, greetings back. Hi Liz, nice to see you guys here on the chat. Sheep are grazing, like I just said. It's mostly the leaves that they're eating now that are falling from the trees. A lot of leaves already falling. It almost looks like it's autumn already. Katarina is saying that it's been a very hot summer worldwide, and she's asking if we didn't have any trouble with forest fires. So here it's been dry quite early in the season already, and there's been a few fires not too far from where I live, but very early on in the season, like I think it was in May and June. But most of the summer we haven't had much fires around here, so that's pretty good. But the ones in the beginning of the season were quite close actually. They were just on the other side of the hill, just a few kilometers away. So yeah, but no, we've been safe so far from the fires. Yeah, that's also one thing that I like about, you know, going out here with my sheep. I only have a small flock and they only have a small impact, but I don't know, I can show you maybe. You know, you can see here all this has been eaten by my sheep. Otherwise this would still be tall grass like this stuff, you know, more than a meter high, and now it's just, you know, a few plants still remaining. So I think if there would be a fire, this, you know, would help to slow down the fire maybe, or act as a little fire break. It probably wouldn't really stop because, like I said, I don't have enough sheep to have enough impact on this land around here. But yeah, it is something you always think about in the summer around here. There's always risks on fires, and you need to be careful with what you're doing. But as you can see, you know, everything is very dry, but there's a lot of bushes and stuff. And yeah, it's only the first year that I'm here with my sheep, so they already had quite a bit of impact on this area, and I guess in the future they will have more impact, and maybe like that, you know, we can make it a little bit more safe, because, you know, this is probably some private property that I'm walking on, but like many properties around here, nobody takes care of them. So yeah, nobody comes here, nobody lives on them, nobody farms them. So they're just wild pieces of land. And yeah, if you don't maintain them, they're great fire risks. So yeah. I do hope in the future to grow my sheep flock a bit. I still only have 5 females at the moment. I have 9 sheep in total at the moment, but 4 of them are males, and yeah, they're coming to the end of their life, the males. I'm gonna slaughter them soon. I'm waiting till the summer is finished. They also got dewormed not so long ago, so I need to wait till the medicine, the deworming is finished before I can slaughter them. So after summer the 4 males will go, but then over time I hope in the next coming years to grow my sheep flock, and they might have quite a bit more impact here on the land. My own land, my own property is only maybe just under 2 hectares, so it's not very big, but as you can see, we've been walking here now for a while, and I can go on for kilometers and kilometers. Yeah, all this land, as far as you can see, all the way to the top there, which is a few hundred meters. I think just behind the ridge on the top there's a track. I think from here to the track it's probably about a kilometer, and then we just came from that direction. I guess we're about, I don't know, a kilometer from my land, and you can go on kilometers this way and there's absolutely nobody here. This is all just, I don't even know if it's land from the state or private property or whatever, but yeah, like I said, nobody comes here unless in the hunting season, then there's hunters about, but that's mainly on Sundays, Sunday mornings. So I heard them for the first time this morning, actually. Not here, but I heard the gunshots in the distance, so the hunters are back. Yeah, which is always a bit scary when I go out with my sheep and I'm not sure if they're around or not. You can usually hear it by the gunshots if they're far or not, but you never know where they go to. But yeah, like I said, a lot of land and beautiful landscapes as well. I don't know if the camera picks it up really good, but yeah, it's amazing down here. It always feels good to be out here. So yeah, like I said, my few sheep don't have a massive impact. Yeah, you can see where they've been. You know, this is obviously a place that they've been grazing on, and they trample a bit of the ferns, but they don't eat them really. But all the grass in between the ferns has been eaten. All the leaves that are falling, they're almost all disappeared here on the ground. So yeah, you can see the mark on the land, even if it's only a small flock. So I like to think that even then, if there would be a fire here, that at least it would slow it down a little bit. As you can see as well, there's so much trees and shrubs, and you know, it will be difficult to slow down a big fire, but you can only think positive, you know. Anyway, feels good to be back. Yeah, there's different reasons why I haven't been making videos and been on YouTube a lot, but let's go through that in a minute. I take my sheep just a little bit further down by the river here, and then I usually go in front of them, and then they slowly start walking back, and I can just chill out there for 15-20 minutes, which gives me the time to talk to you guys and maybe reply to some questions. So if you have some questions, don't hesitate to set or to send a question in the chat. I will go through it. Yeah, This sheep here has been a little bit sick. You can see she's quite skinny, but she's also very old. Yeah, she has had different things at the same time. I think all my sheep earlier in the summer, they had some airway infection, bronchitis or something like that. I had a lamb as well that died from it, and she suffered from it quite hard also. And also when I shaved her, I hit her a few times in the skin, and I didn't immediately see it the next few days, but the maggots got in, and then her wounds got infected, and yeah, it was just a combination of multiple things that she wasn't doing very well, but she's on the better hand again. She's, you know, eating fine and walking around fine, and she has enough energy. She was always very scared of me, you know. She comes from a different flock. She's not raised by me. And this summer I could suddenly, you know, touch her, grab her without a problem. That's when I really knew something was wrong. Yeah, now she's more used to it because it's been almost 2 months that she's been struggling a bit. Yeah, the vet came recently. She had antibiotics and stuff, and it helped a bit, but she's still struggling. So, but I think it's also the summer heat. It's been very, very hot, and yeah, like I said, they're only forecasting a few more days of really hot weather, and then it should finally cool down a bit, you know, more like 30 degrees or below. So yeah, that seems much more pleasurable than around the 40. We're almost at the end of the river here. I just hope I don't lose connection. The connection is not always great down here, as you can imagine, being in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, just go down here a bit further. Now it's all dried out, but I think there's a beautiful waterfall down there. I will take you guys along another time in the year when the river is flowing. I think it's probably a beautiful spot. Now it's beautiful as well with all the rocks and everything, and how the water carved out the rocks, and yeah, it's beautiful to see. Let me show it here in just a minute. Look at that rock up there. It always amazes me how these rocks just stay up there. They just seem to be balancing on. Massive rock. Beautiful. I think this is like probably a waterfall, not a very high one, but or at least it's very turbulent water here. You can see how the water carved out the rocks. Yeah, I haven't seen it here personally myself when the water is running. I mean, just discovering this place in the last, well, almost a year now, not even a year. Imagine having loads of water running through here. Must be beautiful. So yeah, I usually take my sheep down here. This is the point where I stop. I never been further down that way actually. Might do that exploration another time. But yeah, it gives me some time here to take a little break. And while the sheep are walking back, and then I catch up with them in 20 minutes or so. Let me just walk back a little bit. Then I'm gonna change the camera, sit down, and yeah, let's have a little talk. Up. Let me sit down here. Just gonna adjust my tripod quickly. Yeah, it might be a bit a hectic video to watch with all the movement of the camera, but yeah, let's see. Yeah, right. Hello everyone. Yeah, like I said, it's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while since I made a YouTube video. I'm editing a video at the moment, and I'm hoping maybe next week Sunday, to release it on YouTube. I still have a bit of editing to do and recording, but yeah, it would be great to be starting again with making videos and reconnecting with all you guys. I mean, I have had loads of messages of people over the last few months reaching out, asking me how everything has been going, and telling me that they're really miss watching my videos. So it's always been in the back of my head, and I really kind of miss it as well. But like I said, there's multiple reasons why I haven't been making videos. One is some technical issues. A lot of you will know that I record everything with my phone, and I do all the editing on my phone. I don't have a laptop or a camera. I don't have that kind of money for those materials, but I broke my phone, and there's a whole bunch of footage on that broken phone, and I've been trying to get it off or get my phone fixed. I tried to replace the screen, didn't work, and yeah, I need to try that again or bring it in, but I don't have the money at the moment to do that, or at least it's not on the priority list, because it's been quite an intense year, starting from scratch on a new land where there's absolutely nothing, and then also having a family, a little baby, has been quite tough as well. It's amazing. I love my little family, but it's it came with quite a lot of challenges, and it was just not always on my mind to be making videos, because there were so much other things in life that needed to be done, and that sometimes had a priority. But yeah, I feel like we're getting settled down a bit now, and you know, we're struggling still. That's still a big challenge. Um, we don't have a lot of money. I do have jobs here and there, but in the summer I usually don't work just because it's way too hot and I don't want to be working 8 hours or so outside in 40 degrees. There's people that do that, but I'm not so crazy. I can't. I really can't. So summers I usually take off. I don't do jobs outside the farm, so that means not much income. And yeah, financially it's been quite hard because everything that comes in goes into the land, into the house, into the our family, and yeah, we're just getting by. But you know, we're been managing so far, and yeah, we will get through this. But yeah, that's one of the reasons that I didn't make a lot of videos anyway. Um, but I'm really eager to start again. I really miss it. I always enjoyed making videos, and it was always I always got amazing feedback as well from you guys, from my viewers, uh, who were an amazing community. And yeah, I've been I miss that community sometimes. You know, we live quite remote here, and you know, there's people around. It's not that we're completely disconnected from the world. There are people around, and I see people here and there. But it's always nice to have like that other connection as well with people from other parts of the world. And yeah, that's been amazing, and I really want to get back into it because of that. I really miss my little Leaving Babylon community. So yeah. um so my phone is still not fixed, and I don't know when that's gonna happen. I was waiting kind of to start making videos again because I kind of need that footage. But now I just decided I'm gonna start with what I have, with what I filmed with this phone, the footage that I have on this phone. And the storyline is not gonna be, you know, complete for now, but I guess later on I will go back to the beginning and then maybe edit one video of the whole process of building the cabin, because that's kind of where I left it. I was working on the foundation of the cabin that we have now on the land. The cabin is not finished yet. I'm still working on it. I haven't had made a lot of progress on it this summer, but before the summer I got all the walls up, the roof up, but there's just finishing up to do on it, you know. There's little things that need to be done, and yeah, there's so much more. And then, you know, when the cabin is finished, I have so much more plans for the land. I already want to start building on another uh, little building as well, like a little atelier workspace for my girlfriend, and maybe slash a place for when we have visitors to sleep in. So yeah, that's one project. And then, you know, then there's the whole farming aspect of living here that I also want to film more. So yeah, I have plenty stuff to film. I just kind of wanted to keep following the storyline, and I've been putting it off because my phone wasn't getting fixed. And you know, it's really ridiculous. It's been 5 months now that phone broke and it still isn't fixed. um, but like I said, there's always something else on the priority list. And yeah, we need to keep my family going, and uh, that's more of a priority than fixing a broken phone. But that will come at some point. Anyway, I hope you guys are all doing good. um, I'm not gonna make it too long, the video, unless you guys want. that I continue, or if you guys have some questions, please ask me some questions. Um, yeah, it's been my first year as a dad as well, which is amazing. It's amazing to see our little princess Alba grow up. She is changing so fast. She's not a little baby anymore. She's already a year old. She starts making her first steps. She's still crawling, but she's standing on her feet a lot and trying to take little steps, which is really amazing to see. And yeah, it's just a little wonder. So that's been amazing, but it also came with a lot of challenges and finding a balance, and we're still trying to find a balance. Um, but I guess that's a struggle for a lot of parents. Yeah, but it's amazing. It's so beautiful to see. I take her along as well now quite often when I'm walking the sheep. I bring her down here and she plays here in the sand and between the rocks, and it's just an amazing place for her to grow up as well. This beautiful landscape and with the animals so close by, and it's feel I feel blessed that I can give my daughter such a upbringing. Um, it's not a great luxury, but it's an honest and beautiful life, I think. So yeah, that's amazing. Hey Zachary, nice to see you again. How are you? But yeah, like I said, raising up a daughter here, a little kid, is a crazy experience. It changed my life in many ways, and yeah, it's I'm so grateful for it. So yeah. Also, I hope the audio is okay because I'm not using a camera. Yeah, Zachary, I've been just explaining the whole situation. I haven't been making videos for a very long time. The last one, probably, I think this year, I haven't made any video actually. So yeah, it's been quite a long time. But I'm coming back, Zachary. So keep an eye out on the YouTube channel. I'm gonna try next week Sunday to bring out a new video. Um, yeah, and if it's not Sunday, next Sunday, it will be very shortly afterwards. So yeah, I made this little live stream just as a little update to maybe as well as to announce it that I'm coming back and that I keep thinking about you guys, and it's always been in the back of my head that I need to come back to YouTube. I'm also gonna try it a little bit different. Um, so I think I will do live videos every other week, and then do a normal video like I always did as well the other week. So one week you will have a live video, the other week you will have a normal video. Because I don't. Yeah, I think it's nice to have. In my videos, I don't always feel comfortable talking. I don't know why, but I think there when I'm editing as well, it always feels nicer when it's just me working or life that's happening and doesn't always need that explanation. But I always get questions, so I'm thinking then to to do a live stream, and then we can just go through the questions and talk to people and explain what's been going on. And yeah, I think I will work that way in the future. Uh, sheep on the rock. Gaby is teasing me. She's asking which farm animals we have, or which animals we have on the farm. But Gaby is my girlfriend, so she knows well enough what animals we have. Thank you, Gaby. Yes, that's James. Seen that very well, but I don't call him James. But for people that don't know, we have small flock of sheep. We have these rascals over there, the dogs, 5 of them. We have, of course, Idna, the mascot, our mule, and yeah, we also have 2 rabbits. 2 rabbits, yes. And yeah, that's it at the moment. In the future, it will grow. I want chickens and ducks and more birds again as well. But we moved our chickens and birds from the previous lands to here, but I didn't have a decent setup yet, and it only took a few days before they all got caught by the fox. And I haven't been able to get to building a new pen for them, or a new chicken pen, or a coop to raise chickens in, because yeah, where we're living now is very wild territory, and if you walk down here every 10 meters you see fox shit, so there's plenty of fox around. Mayhem Farm, I have no idea who you are, but we must know each other, or Gaby, I don't know. But Mayhem Farm is saying, tell them about the word gato, and that's probably because it's the first word. Mayhem Farm, I know who you are. It's Vera. Vera, you're annoying. Yeah, my daughter, one of her first words was gato, which is cat in Portuguese, and I'm not really a cat person. So she's pointing at everything and calling everything gato, which was annoying me sometimes. But yeah, Vera loves it because she's the one that's Mayhem Farm. She's the one that's been learned that word to our daughter. Anyway, now you know. One of the first words of my daughter was gato, cat. It's about time to head back. Hup, hup, hup. Let's see where the other sheep are. I'm just gonna set you down here for a second. So, let's go. Let's see what time it is. 8:15. Still have about an hour of sunlight. So the sheep have another hour to graze. let's go on a walk. I don't know if anybody of you thinks it's a good idea, what I was talking about earlier, to do regular live streams and then maybe give some more explanation about the video of the previous week, or maybe as well sometimes do a live stream while I'm working on something. Yeah, I think I mean, there's been quite a few of you passing in this live stream so far. I think there's been about 200 viewers. There's now only 13 people watching, but if I get back into YouTube, those numbers are gonna go up again, and I think it's just a good way to connect with the viewer. But like that I can keep making the videos that I want, and I don't want to make videos where I'm explaining a whole bunch of stuff, because that's what a lot of people do, and I usually find them boring to watch. And I guess a lot of people will find my videos boring to watch as well, because there's not much talking in them. But I kind of enjoy that more. It's my personal taste, and that's what I like to make as well. So yeah. Now we need to find I know that I can do what I want whenever I want, but I think if you want to make a YouTube channel, you kind of need to commit to it. You either do it or you don't, because I mean, it doesn't matter how regularly you do things, but I mean, for some people it's every day. For me, it would mean like once a week I'm active on YouTube. It can be once a month, but I think you need to have a certain commitment. That's why I didn't feel over the last months that I had that commitment. So I never started on it, because my mind wasn't there. But now I feel like, as well, the summer is passing by, and I feel like it's time, to start again and to share my story again, because I think it can be a help to a lot of people as well, or an inspiration. I always get messages from people asking how I do these kind of things and if it's possible for them to do it, and I rather show by example. So yeah, I just wanna start producing videos again while I'm living my dream here, being a small-time shepherd and a farmer, and raising my family off grid, away, or as much as possible away from the system. Somebody asked if I want to fight. I don't know. No, I don't really want to fight. I don't get the question. Come, to petje. Up. Up, up, up. Up. What you also have down here, with all these abandoned lands. I don't know if you can see it very clear on the camera. Come. But there's olive trees here. The lighting is not too great. They're completely been overgrown. My sheep had made little pathways in between them, so I can actually get to them. But I'm thinking to clean this up a bit, because there's about 10 old olive trees here, and there are olives in them. It's the Galega, I would say, the small olive that's known for this, that is known in Portugal, which makes a great olive oil. So yeah, I'm probably gonna try and harvest some of these this autumn. They're nice big, but they need some attention. Yeah, there's a few over there as well. There's one here, another one over there, and behind that one, that big one there, is an olive tree. So nobody comes here anymore, nobody harvests anything. Like you can see, it just completely overgrown with bushes. So I might as well clear it out, harvest them, and if an owner ever comes back or somebody buys the land, they have clean olive trees and a clean piece of land, and you know, I guess it only can benefit them. Come. I'm gonna try and get most of my sheep back together because they're all spread out now. Up. And I think soon the lighting will get too bad. It's already not very great anymore for filming with my phone. Come, up. Holy fuck. I don't know if you guys see that, but I got some propaganda from Israel, which is crazy. They're really everywhere, these guys. That's just mental. Why would you come in a chat from a guy that's walking with his sheep, starting about the Jews being God's chosen people? That's ridiculous. The world is a crazy place nowadays. So let's count sheep. There's 2 over there. There's 1 there, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm still missing 2. Skop! Let's see if I missed them somewhere, or maybe they're already ahead. Somewhere over there behind that rock there's a cabin. Can't see it from here, but that's the only cabin around. And way up there there's a hunter's cabin. But otherwise, well, that cabin hasn't been used in ages. I went to see it few weeks ago, and yeah, nobody's been there in years. So amazing views. Hi Bruno, greetings back. Welcome. I don't know where the two other ones are. We will find them. They're probably already ahead, and otherwise they will come. They know their way around here, and if they're too long away from the herd, they start searching themselves to get back. And I've been taking the same route for the last 2 months, so sometimes there's one or two missing when I go back home, and you know, I just go back home and I wait, and half an hour or an hour later they're coming running up to the farm. So I wouldn't do that late in the evening, just because there might be too much other animals about. Dogs are my main concern now, especially when the hunting season is starting again. But I haven't had much trouble here with dogs, to be honest. The previous land where I lived, I had much more trouble with dogs. There I got 11 sheep killed in the first year. And here I haven't seen, I've seen one time or 2 times the same dog running next to my land. But it was a hunter's dog, I think, that was lost. But otherwise, it doesn't seem to be that there's a lot of dogs around. It's also because there's less people living around this area than where I used to live. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 white ones and 5 black ones. 5 black ones under the tree. I've got 9, so all the sheep are here. So yeah, it's been almost an hour now since I started the live stream. I think I'm gonna call it a day. But yeah, like I said before, this was kind of my announcement to let you guys know that I'm coming back on YouTube. And yeah, probably next Sunday. I hope next Sunday I get a new video out. If I get the time to do a few more shots and to do the editing, it should be next Sunday. And from then on we'll just get the ball rolling again. I'm not being monetized anymore on YouTube, so if I'm just gonna put it out there, if anybody feels like supporting what we're doing, you can always leave a donation through Buy Me a Coffee. There's a link in the description. Feel free to use that. But I'm not doing these videos for the money. It's like I said earlier, it's also just because I like it, and I like sharing this with the community. But at the same time, it's also nice to get some financial benefits out of it. But yeah, thanks Jackie. Yeah, I'm looking forward to being back and making videos again for you guys. So anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the little walk. I'm gonna do more of these kind of live streams, maybe not always walking, or we will see how that turns out. Sometimes it will be me working on something and we can just have a talk while I'm working, or you know, maybe a specific topic that I want to talk about and share something about, and then every other week there will be a normal video. That's what I'm gonna try, but we will see if it works or not. Anyway, see you guys. Hope you have a lovely evening and a lovely time, and yeah, see you next time. Ciao.